Have you ever wondered how people from different cultures communicated centuries ago, long before translation apps or a global language like English existed? Imagine the bustling ports of the Mediterranean Sea from the 11th to the 17th centuries. Picture Venetian merchants haggling with Ottoman traders, Genoese sailors swapping stories with North African corsairs, and French crusaders trying to buy supplies in the Holy Land. How did they understand each other? They used a fascinating, forgotten language known as the lingua franca. This wasn't a language you could learn in a school. It had no official grammar books, no set spelling, and no nation to call its own. Yet, for nearly 1,000 years, it was the lifeblood of the Mediterranean. It was a bridge built of words, connecting diverse peoples, religions, and empires. This is the story of the lingua franca, the original world language of the sea. The story begins around the 11th century, during the time of the Crusades. As thousands of Europeans, primarily from Romance-speaking regions like France, Italy, and Spain, traveled to the eastern Mediterranean, they encountered a world of different languages: Arabic, Greek, Turkish, and more. Out of necessity, a simplified form of communication began to emerge. Soldiers, pilgrims, and merchants needed to negotiate, trade, and simply survive. So, they started blending their own languages with the local tongues. The name itself, lingua franca, literally means Frankish language in Italian. To the people of the Byzantine and Arab worlds, all Western Europeans were simply Franks, so their mixed-up language became the language of the Franks. At its core, the lingua franca was a pidgin language, a stripped-down communication tool built for a specific purpose. Its vocabulary was mostly drawn from Italian, particularly the dialects of Genoa and Venice, which dominated maritime trade. It also borrowed heavily from French, Spanish, and Portuguese. But what made it so effective was its incredibly simple grammar. It threw away complex verb conjugations, gendered nouns, and tricky plurals. For example, instead of saying I have, you have, he has, you might just say mi ten, ti ten, le ten. Using the Italian tenor for to have or to hold, the word for to do or to make was often fair, and to go was anda. The structure was basic: subject, verb, object. Mi voglio comprar pan, I want to buy bread. It was direct, efficient, and easy for anyone to pick up, regardless of their native tongue. This linguistic toolkit spread like wildfire across the Mediterranean. It wasn't just for trade. It became the working language of sailors on multi-ethnic ships, the language of diplomacy between Christian and Muslim states, and even the language spoken in the slave markets of Algiers and Tunis. Barbary corsairs, the infamous pirates